David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I asked a couple of the boys at work today, I'm like, what's the big picture, boys? First guy I asked, he's about my age. He's from Chile. He's a good guy, got 4 kids. I know why he's working. I know why he's working for sure. But I'm like, so what's happening? Like, what's the plan here? What's the big picture? What are we doing with our lives? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I got no idea, mate. Just work, just work, just work. Exactly. I'm like, yeah, but what's the big picture? Like, what's happening? Like, are we going to be here in 10 years' time? What's happening in 10 years? He's like, no fucking way. No fucking way I'm here in 10 years. And that was the exact same answer as I got from the other dude, who's a little bit more cooked. He's a 26-year-old Aussie dude. I'm like, so what's the game plan? He's like, huh? What? He didn't know what the fuck I was on about. I'm like, 10 years from now, what the fuck are we doing? Are we still here? He's like, no fucking way. Like, that's the one thing they're sure about. No fucking way we're here in 10 years. If not here, then where? Like, what's the plan? I know the 26-year-old short-term plan because he told me. He said he's going to get on the bags for the next 10 nights in a row. So I don't think he even has a 10-year plan, to be honest with you. I can't even believe he's thinking 10 days ahead. At least he's got a 10-day plan. He said he's going to bring me some cracker on the Thursday before I leave. Not tomorrow, next week. Some cracker. I guess that's what the kids are calling very good cocaine these days. He said he'll bring some in after work on the Thursday and we'll have a little cracker. I'm not 100% convinced on that. That's for sure. But like, he's 26. You do like 4 or 5 years of this. Then what though? Then what? Like, he's saving for a house. You can't even really buy a house in Sydney anymore. The median house price, like a house, a detached house, is $1.2 million. $1.2 million. Do you know how many bags you have to sacrifice to save the deposit for a $1.2 million house? That's a lot of bags. That's a couple of kilos. What? It's 20%. So that's 200,000 straight up, and then 240,000. I think a kilo of Coke is 100,000, and it's $300 a baggie. So it's a lot of nights off. And then by the time you've saved like $100,000, the property prices have gone up to like 1.4, 1.5, 1.6. So it's always out of grasp. So that's not realistic. Even if you go for a flat in Sydney, it's like 700K. I mean, you can move right the fuck out, like right out of Sydney, an hour and a half out of Sydney, and buy a flat for, I think you can still get them for 4, 5, 600,000. But you're so far out that you might as well just keep going to Brisbane. Just keep going, or keep going to Adelaide. Even though those places are fucking expensive as fuck now as well. So I don't think anyone down there is saving for a house. No one's saving for a house. I know. Because these cunts are complaining that they can barely pay the rent and live. And we're on decent money. So I don't know what cunts who aren't making like decent money are doing. But I just want to know, is it just inertia? Do we just keep on rocking up and then one day we hope something happens? Or are we just so exhausted we don't even want to think about it? We'll just continue rocking up. And then we'll take 3 weeks off at the end of the year. Not me. I consider myself outside of this because I consider myself a comedian. Well, I'm not really outside of it. As long as I'm working down there with the lads, I'm part of it. There's no avoiding that. I am one of them. Why am I outside of this? If I was outside of it, I wouldn't even be down there in the fucking knee-high water today. Wasn't exactly knee-high, but we had to wear gumboots today. We have to wear gumboots every day, but today we needed the fucking gumboots. I'll put it up on the Patreon. I took a couple of little videos. I'm down in a fucking big sandstone pit with the lads, and no one knows what's going on. We're all just walking around like we're shell-shocked. Like a fucking bomb has been dropped and we've been hit by the shock waves, and we're still like just trying to get our shit together, get our bearings going. And we'll be like that for the next 10 years. I'll be down there with these cunts for 10 years. And I'll ask them in 10 years' time, like, so what's the game plan now? It's been 10 years. And the 26-year-old cunt will be 36, and he'll be like, I'm getting on the bags. It's almost Christmas. The missus is going away. I'm getting on the bags for 6 days in a row. And the dude from Chile, he's like, I don't know. Fuck that. Not another 10 years. Maybe it's one of those things where, like, you only end up in the pit if you don't have a big picture, a game plan. All the people who have game plans are out there trying to make it happen. We're down there confused. Anyway, it's like fucking 8 days or 9 days till I go to India. That'll do for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.